All right, so here we are again, another week, and we're here to talk about real estate on Florida's Emerald Coast. I am John Moran, the CEO and founder of Smart Beach Investor and Keller Williams Realty's At the Beach team. With me are...
I'm Kaylee Fusey, buyer specialist on the At the Beach team.
And I'm Jackson Stanford, buyer specialist for the At the Beach team.
Very nice, very nice. So what do we got going on this week? Did you guys do anything this week? Last week? And
this weekend, it was spring cleaning in my house. We cleaned all the cars, all the closets, got rid of lots of stuff that time of the year.
Nice. I did nothing. I don't think I literally. Oh, I watched basketball. College basketball. Yeah.
I watched my Florida Gators lose in buzzer-beating fashion to the
word.
Colorado Buffaloes. Not fun.
My word. Yeah, no good.
You know what I also saw this weekend, though? I saw my Florida
You saw
Gators.
the moon in the sky during the day?
I saw my Florida Gators beat the LSU Tigers in baseball.
Oh.
No, you didn't. I don't think we watch the same channel.
Oh.
They never lose in my eyes.
My word. Okay. All right. We like that. And now we have Easter right around the corner.
Yes.
Sunday.
What are you doing? Are you doing anything?
My sister's coming in town.
Nice. Jackson, you doing anything?
I think I'm looking for eggs.
You looking for eggs?
Yeah.
You hand holding with your girlfriend or what's
Maybe.
A little bit? Okay, good. She likes eggs. Okay, good. That's what we're doing. Hopefully, wherever you are at home, I hope it's awesome and you're enjoying eggs. All right, so let's talk about what's going on in the world of real estate. Every week we start out with mortgage rates because it's such a massive thing. What is going on in the world of mortgage rates? Here's what I can tell you. The Fed met last week, right? And they came out and they said they are not going to be lowering the rates in March. But they did signal that rates will likely come down as the year progresses. All right. And they're still talking about 3 more rate drops. And we only have 9 months left. Katie, you have the mortgage stuff on here? Let's take a look at what's going on with these mortgage rates, because it's such a big thing. Here's what they're saying. By the end of here's the quarters are what folks are predicting the different things are going to be. They get down to 6. All right, cool. That'd be good. I don't think that's a huge drop. I think they're somewhere around 7 right now. Yeah. Maybe July, they're saying here, end of July. But here's the thing. When they do come down, they're going to come down maybe a quarter point.
I would say it's more of a softening rather than a dropping. Right.
And so even if they come down 3 times, that might be 3/4 of a point, which is something, not a ton of things, but it's something. But it's psychologically, it's a big thing, and it'll pull buyers in. Because, the number of transactions has just been getting beat up.
Yeah.
Our investment business here at the beach is just getting beat up because investors putting their money in the bank. They're getting 5. Well, that's pretty high right now. They're getting 4 plus in the bank. We're buying bonds. And the expectation was, with the Fed talking all this lowering, we're going to lower that the yield on bonds was go down, but it hasn't. We need the yield on bonds to go down so investors start buying real estate at the beach. All right. So that's what's going on with the mortgage thing. If you're waiting to get a mortgage, don't wait.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Refi if that's what happens. If you find a place, buy. Because I think prices are going to go up. By the end of the year, you'll just see prices go up. It's kind of my view. Okay. What else we got on here? Emerging markets. Okay, here we go. Yep. All right. So this is really cool. Katie, you still here? Yep. Katie and I interviewed a couple gals to join our team. They're just getting their license now. They're studying for it. But they're native Spanish speaking folks. I think this market is huge, right? Latin American immigrants are starting businesses at more than twice the rate of the standard U.S. population. I know here in this area, we had a lot of immigrants come in and whatnot, and they'd work at cleaning companies. They do lawn care, they bus boys or whatever at restaurants. Now they're owning the restaurants, they're owning the lawn care, they're owning these cleaning companies, and it's really interesting to see.
Yeah.
All right. Pop that back up, Katie. There's one more thing I wanted to talk on that. If you look at it, the number of immigrants that are Is it coming out? Yeah. The number of immigrants has jumped from 2019 when it was 25% of the new businesses were immigrants. Now it's up to 36. And again, that talks to these folks coming in and working their way up into these businesses. Now let's talk about this for a quick minute too. Who rents and buys, right? People with money.
Yeah.
Right? So these folks are coming in, they start as cleaners, they end up owning the cleaning company, and now they're buying investment properties. They're renting, they're doing all that stuff. It is really super cool to see that happen. Now, if we're going to take advantage of this, my Spanish speaking ends at, ordering off the Taco Bell menu, right? After that, I'm toast. But we're going to have the capabilities to talk to folks. Because I know, Katie, we were talking to them. They said they really feel comfortable in their native tongue as opposed to ours, even though they talk just as well as I do practically. So, I'm really super stoked about that. Super stoked. All right, what else are we doing here? Let's talk about some stats. What's going on? This is absolutely crazy to me. Let's look at condo sales. So we make our living selling properties, right?
Right.
Cheapers creepers of properties aren't selling. I took a look at January, February, and March. There's only a little bit left in March. I know it's not the end, but take a look at these numbers. They're decreasing year over year. Last year, condos in Destin, that's Fort Walton, Destin, Miramar Beach, 71 last year, 63 this year, that's down. February, 95 last year, 80 this year, that's down. March, 137 last year, we're only at 71. Now we'll probably pick up another 10 or 15 here in the last week. Still way down. This is the impact of those interest rates and buyers backing out. And let's look across the way here at the prices, sales prices. Look at this, year over year down. 635 down to 571, 605 down to 592. That's not a ton, but it's down. And then so far March is up by $2,000. Interesting. Houses, 27 flat, 44 flat. But look at this March, 78 down to 32. That's half. Transactions are cratered.
Yeah, everyone's sitting around waiting to see those rates drop.
Yep, I think you're right on that. And then if you look at the prices of houses in Destin, up, down, up. So prices aren't suffering here too bad, even on both of them. So yeah, if you're waiting for prices to drop, good luck.
Don't do it.
I don't think that's a good strategy. I still think if you get a mortgage, even at these high rates, if the numbers work, because you can always refi out. I just don't think the price is going to drop. All right, let's look at 30A. What's going on with those folks? If you're in the condo business on 30A, you're starving, right? 11 transactions in January, 11 in February, 18 in March. All right, it was 12, 16, and 45. Again, you're almost half in March. I don't know what the heck's going on in March. Houses, 44 up. All right, so there's a few more houses selling on 30A in January. February, they're down, and boom, half again in March. They're just getting crushed in March. Not sure what's going on. Prices up, down, down. Okay. Condos, housing down, up, down. By down, $40,000's $40,000, but on $1.3 million, that's not that much. Again, I don't think those are wholesale drops.
No.
Are you guys frightened about that?
No.
No, I don't. I'm frightened about the drops in transactions. Panama City, condos are up in January. That's interesting. Down some in February, crushed in March.
Yeah. On all these we were looking at, it seemed last year March was really when things picked up.
Started to go spring break.
And now this year it's kind of not following that trend.
No, it sucks. If you're a real estate agent, this is hard. Or if you're a seller.
Yeah.
All right. And part of it is the inventory's down because a lot of sellers chose not to sell. Well, that's part of it. It's not that there's a lot sitting on the market. Houses, 54 down to 45, 70 up to 77, 116 down to 50. Killer. Yeah. So again, this comes back to interest rates are going to have a huge impact. Pricing, okay, up on the condo, down. So down quite a bit in March so far, not so much on the other months. We'll have to see how the last week or so plays out here. Houses down from 580 to 512, 454 to 475 up. Okay, that's a win. 521 down to 489 somewhere. Again, yeah, that's a drop. There's no question that's a drop, but it's what, 5%?
Yeah.
7%? That's not a killer.
No.
That doesn't keep you up at night. And this all comes back to if you're looking to buy, right? You're buying long term, first of all. If you're buying short term, that's dicey right now with the flipping. But if you're buying long term, hold that thing 10 years or longer, I would buy it. If you can find a place, go ahead and buy it. Lock in that interest rate, and you're going to feel like it's high. But if it comes down, you can refi out into a new rate. But I don't know if prices are going to come down. A lot of things tell me we got 3 rate drops expected yet, and when they drop, every anticipation is prices are going to go up because affordability is going to be there and buyers are going to jump in. And once they start going up again, I mean, they haven't dropped that much. We'll see the transactions go up. We'll see the prices go up. And yeah, so if you're waiting to buy, be careful.
Yeah. If you want a place at the beach and you can make the numbers work, I don't think waiting should be an option.
Yeah, be careful on that. All right, what area highlights? What area are we talking about this week, guys?
Yeah, so every week on this show, we do an area highlight. It's highlighting somewhere new around here on the remote coast, anywhere from Navarre, Panama City, in that area. Today, we're talking about Seascape, and I'm pretty excited to talk about Seascape. There's a lot of stuff going on over there.
Okay, wait a minute. Where is Seascape?
Yeah, so Seascape's in between Scenic 98 and Highway 98.
Here in Destin, or Miramar Beach.
In Miramar Beach. What's really interesting about Seascape is I lived here my whole life. Seascape was kind of a quiet place. There's a lot of golf villas. There's 3 or 4 big condo buildings down there. You got Aerial Dunes 1 and 2, Majestic Sun and Empress, but it was a little quieter. 18-hole golf course, tennis community. It's where I would go to get a reasonable round of golf at a good price. Not anymore. Seascape is doubling down on the tourism industry, on getting people here and capitalizing on the market. And they're doing that by this new development that they have announced called the Grove at Seascape.
The Grove at Seascape.
So what this will be is a luxurious Mediterranean style condominiums, walking distance of the beach, and it'll entitle you to an aquatic garden oasis along with its lazy river, pools, and all the amenities that Seascape has to offer.
Wait a minute, an aquatic garden oasis?
Now, I haven't gotten back from the developer on what exactly that means, but
sounds good.
If you see these pictures that we have up, it looks pretty cool. And another thing to go look at is that original map that got put up. If we can get that new map put up here.
Hold on, let me go back here. If anybody's been here to Destin before, Seascape is kind of old school.
Yeah.
Right? They got some old stuff, 1970s, 80s stuff.
Yes.
Right? You almost call that vintage. And then they've got Aerial Dunes 1 and 2. I think there's room for a 3rd tower at some point if they move forward on that. But those were built in what, 2009-ish, thereabouts. So they're quote unquote new, relatively new. Majestic Sun sits right there. That's not part of Seascape, but they're part of the HOA. I think that's based Seascape HOAs, which is the Arch building. That's kind of a cool looking place, right? You got the Empress. That's high dollar, right? I think they don't rent there, or maybe it's annual rent in there.
Yeah.
But what happens is Seascape gets together and say, you know what, guys, we need something cool. We need something because it's massive. It's acreage.
It's a huge development.
So now they come out with the Grove. They're saying, all right, we're going to come into the 2020s.
Yeah. Katie, if you can pop that newer map up real quick, you can see. So basically what they decided is there's plenty of golf here in Destin. You can throw a rock and hit 3 golf courses here. So they made the decision.
You mean I could slice and lose my ball into 3 different courses?
It'll end up on another golf course. So they made the decision basically to cut their 18-hole golf course down to 9. And so this right half of this map you're looking at used to be the front 9 of the golf course. And so now this is going to be all the new development.
This is if you're at Aerial Dunes looking north.
Yeah, so you can see at the top of the map, you see Highway 98. At the bottom, you see Scenic with the beach. So this whole right side of their property, they are doubling down on this new development. And I think it's a great idea. It's generating a lot of buzz, and they're getting a lot of movement done. Every time you drive past, it looks like they're moving stuff around.
Yeah, they got some really cool stuff.
Yeah, they're having the first, phase 1, they're going to have 2 buildings, and those are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom units. And each building is going to have 31 to 35 units. So that's what they're working on.
What kind of price on that? Do we know those?
They haven't posted anything yet.
No
They're still not coming out.
prices.
Okay. Look at their low rise though.
Yeah, I mean it sprawls very far, and I mean this lazy river is all in the middle part. I mean it's going to generate a lot of buzz when it opens. A lot of people are going to want to get into that, and I mean I think it's really good that we're talking about it now because they haven't posted a completion date or any pricing yet, but this is going to be a big thing in this area.
Think about it. We've talked about who owns the beach and all the battles for the beach and the people. This takes a lot of pressure off the beach. I mean, you can go to the beach. There's plenty of space at that beach, but if you're hanging out on that lazy river, you got kids.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's better to go there. I mean, get their own little big kahuna there.
Yeah, I want to brag on Seascape Resort a little bit. In 2013, my family and I moved here, and we moved into Seascape because there was nothing available.
Is that your dad?
Actually, that's Jackson, I think.
Jackson, that's your new suit. Nice.
But we moved there, and we lived there for about a year, and it was just an amazing place for my sister and I and my family to live. While we were just new here, and there's so much stuff to do: tennis courts, pickleball courts. It's a great area, lots of great restaurants. There's badass coffee that Katie loves, Pompano Joe's, Whale's Tail. What else? They have Mezcal, great Mexican restaurant, Tuber. There's so much to do, so many great restaurants.
Yeah, and another thing that Seascape is doing is not only they're working on, the actual brick and mortar industry, but it's a lot of stuff we talk about with our team here. We talk about on this podcast. It's about getting your name out there, and I don't think anyone around the area is doing it better than Seascape. They are holding real music festivals on their property. And I think we have some lineup pictures.
I think they made it a whole venue.
I think they've made it a permanent place where they have serious artists coming in. And what's really smart about it is they're not limiting it to a few times a year. If you can look at these dates of some of these places we're going to put up, all summer long, I think they have 4 or 5 different festivals coming to Seascape.
Seriously, if you can go hang out at the beach, have a couple cocktails and have fun out there, and they do. I think it's a big ticket to get there.
But what was really smart about what they did is they went in on this and then was able to get those outside dollars to invest in this new Grove area because they say this concept works. People do want to be here.
Bonnie Raitt's a real artist.
Yeah, I mean, there's some serious people. I think we have some pictures of the actual venue.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not a bad place to have a concert with that in the background.
Beach right there.
Is that us doing our podcast right there?
I wish. But yeah, I mean, they've got some great stuff going on there.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it's a great time. They have some really cool artists coming through. And then another thing they're doing over there at Seascape is right now, actually, they're having the Sea Lights Festival. And I think we're going to pop a quick picture of that. And I will tell you firsthand.
I've heard so many people talking about this.
I was skeptical, but I was convinced by a trusted source to attend myself. And I think we have some pictures of me actually at the
Is that
festival.
you? You look different.
That is me. Yeah.
Oh, you're the guy down below.
Yeah, we went for a night. It was really cool. It's on the same location. They have all the.
Is this for the Chinese New Year, I think, right?
I think so, yeah.
Chinese Lantern Festival.
It was open for all of February and March. But yeah, I mean.
Is it still open now?
Yeah, it's open until the end of March. It was a really fun time.
Oh, the end of March, just like tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, up till 31st. But it was great.
Katie better grab Martin.
It was cool. I mean, they're doing really cool stuff because you pitch that idea to me. I say there's no way that works, and then someone else does it and I'm there. I mean,
Was it busy?
It was relatively busy. They had vendors there. They had food. They had drinks. It was a good time.
Because if it's busy, they'll do it again. They'll bring other stuff,
for
cool
sure.
stuff.
And I think Seascape is really smart and doubling down and really going all in on this because everything they're doing, they're showing proof of concept. More outside investors are going to say, wow, look at their numbers they did. Look how many people they draw. Look how much they pulled in their gate. And so more investors are going to say, let's have more events there. And I think that's good for our area as a whole.
And it's right here. You don't have to drive, to 38 or Panama City or wherever. It's right here in town. I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. What else you got on that?
I think we got some restaurant there. They also have some restaurants.
So this is out by the outlet mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
That end of Old 98. Very cool. You can ride your bikes to there. I mean, you said that, right? It's a resort,
Yeah.
Seascape Resort.
This is one of the places that you really won't ever have to get in your car and drive anywhere. The beach is right across the street. It's walking distance. You can bike everywhere.
Whale's Tail.
Whale's Tail. Lots of great restaurants.
Historic Whale's Tail.
It's funny, like I was saying earlier, when I grew up here my whole life, Seascape was awesome. And it's cool. It's a little community. They're all over here. And then I was in school and my parents called and say, hey, we're going to a music festival in Seascape. And I was like,
it's a perfect location for it.
I'm like, what are you talking about at Seascape? And I mean, it just goes to show how thinking outside the box capitalizing on all these people that come down here every year is a huge gamble, but it works. They showed proof of concept and it works.
I'm trying to see where that lazy river is going to go. That looked really good. I love it. I love it. New stuff's cool.
Yeah.
We like that.
Let's see. So whenever we're in Seascape looking at the condo prices, on the low end, we have a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 800 square feet, and it's listed at $335.
$335 for a 1-bedroom in there. I wonder what they do in rent. Y'all know what they do in rent? Some of them do better. Here's the thing. Here, I'll tell you what the thing is. Some are a little bit old, right? Built in the 70s, maybe 80s. And they probably still have pictures of Don Johnson and Miami Vice in them, some of them, right? Not so great. But look at like this. This is a newer remodeled one. Nice. I think the newer remodeled ones do quite well.
And I also think the ones closer to the beach do
For
well.
sure.
Do better.
And there's a lake there. What is that lake called? Lake Smith or something like that? I can't remember the lake. But they got a lake there. It's very nice, right? It's probably full of my golf balls. But yeah, there's a lake there.
Yeah, our last open house in Seascape was overlooking that lake.
Yeah.
No, all you're seeing here, especially with this one we're talking about here, they initially, it was built as a golf community, golf resort. And so these are all golf style villas. And now what a lot of people have done is they said, look at this real estate. Look at this picture up on the screen right now. Look where you are.
Yeah, amazing.
Let's go in there, renovate this. The family's going to come down here and absolutely love it. And they have. And that's what they've been shown to do. You do that, you build a couple condos. Next thing you know, you're on a lazy river.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens. It snowballs in this area.
So, all right, what else? Well, how much the other ones cost? How much you can spend? How much?
On the high end, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, a little over 3,000 square feet, and it's listed right over $2 million.
Practically giving them away over there. Okay. Nice, right?
Yeah.
So
Great
not only
views.
do families come here during the summer, but I know a lot of snowbirds flock to Seascape as well because it's just quiet and you can kind of just stay back there in your own little community.
People walk up and down that boardwalk
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's another great thing Seascape has access to there because we always talk about your beach access because everyone wants to come down here and you want to go to the beach, so that's a big thing. Seascape, this whole stretch of beach right on the other side of this condo is public beach land, and it gets busy, but that's such a huge parcel and stretch of the beach that you're never going to be too crowded, and that's such a big thing here.
For sure. Yeah, and there's restaurants up and down there. I think that Surf Hut's not far from there.
New Surf Hut,
Yep.
Whale's Tail.
Whale's Tail.
There's a Winn-Dixie right at the end of the street. You have everything you need.
The outlet mall's right there.
There's Chick-fil-A.
Yep. Oh, Chick-fil-A. Nice. But yeah. So it's a great location. The prices work generally. I think you can make those things work pretty good from an investment standpoint. I wonder if the new ones, did you guys look into it? I don't know much about the new ones if they're selling.
You know what I think about? You take a look at those villas that we were just talking about. They're listed for what, $330 right now? What do you think they're going to be listed for in 4 years when that growth gets finished?
When the highbrow shows up. Yeah. Right.
I mean,
they're going to let this raises all boats in
when
there,
that
right?
festival gets bigger year after year, they have more stuff. They have a lazy river and they have beachfront property.
Yep.
I mean, these getting into this right now is a surefire appreciation in my mind.
Yep.
Yeah. Owners will be able to drive their rental price up because people will come in town for these festivals and they'll want to stay right
For the
there.
event.
Yeah. You can book them as a venue space and also as a beach space. It's twofold there.
Do you think it'll be a P. Diddy event?
I doubt
Oh,
it.
did I say that? Okay, sorry.
And then for the Grove owners, we don't have any prices right now, but I do know that they're going to get lots of discounts for having a membership. So you're going to get discounted beach service, any of the beach
Love
activities.
What is the time frame? Did they tell you? Do you know anything about the time frames when that thing's coming out?
I didn't see any time frames, but I did know they started in August 2021.
Okay.
And we're constantly seeing them work on it.
Every time you drive by, it looks like they've got a new phase done. And that's a rare thing for this area. Seems like a lot of things they like to take their time. But I mean, these outside investors and the people that are running that property over there are doing the right things at the right times with the right people. And they are capitalizing on a market that is willing and able to come down here.
That looks nice. I could hang out there.
For sure. Go to your festival all day and then you get to come back to this.
That's nice. That's nice. So let me ask you guys, if somebody's watching this and they have some interest, can they get a hold of you? Can you guys find something?
Oh, for sure.
How would they ever get a hold of you?
Email at info@smartbeachinvestor.com.
Boom shaka. That's it. Because you should, if you have questions about that. All right, does that cover Seascape?
Yep.
We like us some Seascape, don't we?
Yeah.
I do. What else we got?
We're going to talk about the beaches, public and private beaches.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about what's going on in Walton County.
Yeah.
All right. This is interesting to me. And we talked about this a little bit last week. In Walton County, they're hurting for parking, right? And a lot of people put Walton County as 38, but it's also Miramar Beach and that whole Sandestin area is all Walton County as well. And that's where most of the parking is. I mean, you think about it, it's Topsail Park, it's by the Whale's Tail there, all that parking there, that's it. So there's a lot of talk about parking ramps coming into Walton County, which will be interesting, right?
Very.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be located, but the theory is they're going to start putting these parking ramps up. They won't be in Rosemary or Alice or anything like that for sure. But I think I could see one maybe in Grayton Beach, where you can get a lot of cars, and then they're gonna tram you, shuttle you to the beach, which I think is a great idea, a really good idea, because there's just not enough parking for folks.
Yeah, and I think that also plays off why we were talking before about the people on 30. I kind of want that to be a day destination for people coming down here. That's not an overnight. We don't want you to stay here, but if they can really get that figured out where people come for the day, spend money, go to the beach, I think that works for all parties involved.
I think it works great. I mean, you could stay at Panama City at Splash or Tidewater or wherever, right? Hang out there and come over, for a little bit at Seaside or, Watercolor, whatever, and walk around and ooh and ah at the houses and whatnot. Totally cool. Or else race back over to Destin or somewhere. Totally get that. Yeah. Because that's clearly what they're doing. But it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
It's not going to go off without a hitch. There's going to be friction in any new thing that comes up. And so, I mean, that's why it's important to keep track and keep up with what's going on.
Yeah. We'll see. I wonder, can you see that, right? Getting to the beach is kind of a pain in the butt.
Especially with families.
With families, right? You'd come down from Tennessee or something. You got your family, and now you're fighting for some beach spot down in Seagrove or somewhere. But I could see, like, if I owned a house, maybe one of those big houses, I don't really come down much because I'm going somewhere else. What if I took my 50 feet of shoreline and I just rented it out?
It's fascinating, and we were talking about that earlier. In my mind, first thing I thought of is that's what people said about their second property. Oh, I'm not there all the time. I'll just rent it out to someone else.
Airbnb.
What's to say someone doesn't form a company and they manage these people and manage their beachfront property, the actual beach for them.
Right. If they're not down here, right? I'm not there, so I'm going to be out for 2 weeks. I might as well rent my beach.
You don't even have to let them in your house.
Yeah. Airbnb, Air Beach, and whatever else starts with B.
Yeah.
Right? Beach bags or something, right? Think about that. That'd be kind of a cool little thing. When I lived in Chicago, it's right by Wrigley Field, right? And the apartment I lived in, there was a 3-flat, and there was room for 6 cars, two and two for us. And it was great. It was built into our rent, and it was awesome because parking in Chicago was a nightmare, except for 81 nights in the summer and the fall when the Cubs played. Well, they weren't all night games, so I don't remember how many night games there were, but there was plenty. And we weren't allowed to park in our place because the owner of the building rented the parking spots, and he made a ton of money. So yeah, that I could definitely see that. Now, if you own a multi-million-dollar place at the beach, maybe you don't really care about collecting $10,000, but maybe you own a place like that because you care about collecting $10,000. So I don't know. It's going to be a thing, no doubt about it. All right. Anything else? What are we doing here? What we got coming up here?
So next week we're going to be over on Okaloosa Island. We have our open house on Wednesday from 2 to 4, and we're going to be at Blue, which is one of the newest condos.
That is the newest one. Nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
But tomorrow we're actually going to be over in Panama City from 2 to 4 doing an open house at Panama City Beach.
Oh, okay. Where's that one at? Is it a condo? Katie, where is it? Do you remember? Tidewater, I think. One of those. Okay, well, we'll get it figured out. Tune in tomorrow at 4. This could be a surprise for all of us. Or 2 to 4. Or 2 to 4.
Every Wednesday, tune in at 2, we'll be live at a different location doing an open house. Come check it out.
Yep. And so we've been talking about, if you're thinking about buying, right? Definitely look at it. We can put you in with Beach Days Vacations, tell you all about the rental side of it. And there are buyers. Kaylee, I think you wrote an offer. Hopefully we'll get
yes, sir.
under
Waiting
contract.
for feedback. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that'll be good. Jackson, we'll get you going on something here. But yeah, I'm excited. If I look out, I was telling a guy, he was asking me what I think about the market or whatever. I said, you know what? 10 years or longer, I can't tell you how more I could be more excited. It's unbelievable what's going on here. 5 years, yeah, pretty excited. I have some pretty high confidence. 3 years, pretty confident. 1 year, yeah, I'm confident, right? But right now, it's a little dicey. But if you play the long game, what a thing!
Buy and hold is what we say.
Buy and hold. Yeah, let renters pay down your mortgage, so you end up with a huge asset that somebody else pays for, and time lets appreciation and inflation drive the equity up.
And if anyone watching, y'all have questions about that, you got questions about who owns the beach, you want to know more about that, you want to know our favorite restaurants here, shoot us an email at Smart Beach Investor or at info Smart Beach Investor, and we'll answer any of those questions, get you going, tell you our philosophy on this whole situation, what we think's going on, what we think you should do. Just reach out to us and we'll let you know.
Right on. There you go. Anything else?
I think that wraps it up for today.
I've had a big day. I'm ready to go home
Me too.
and do whatever I do at home.
Well, we will see y'all again next Tuesday at 5, every single Tuesday.
What do the kids say? Peace out?
Peace out.
Do the kids say that? We're out.